The pillows are fluffed thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Perp's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Ooh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
It was on mute. I promise it's working. Yo, drop a number one if you can hear me. I have it off of mute this time. It just wouldn't be an entrance by me if it was working fine. Also, Bo's losing it in the other room. He knew I pressed the live button. He's losing it. I thank you, mods, for being here and keeping the cushions fluffed and me in line. I do appreciate it. And thank you, Sofa Squad, for joining. So y'all, Tori got on here earlier and helped me figure out the mic problem. So what we have determined, and thank you, Tori, for doing so. Two of my USB ports are messed up. So hopefully this sounds loud and clear. I've got it plugged into the working one, etc., etc. But I forget it's muted. I mean, it's still me at the end of the day. But yeah, we sat there and she sat there and her husband got on there with me. We were trying to figure it out, and so we finally got it. So I hope everybody's doing fine. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go get Bobo out of the other room. He's literally going crazy. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm talking. We were having major meltdowns in there. Come here. It's okay. So, anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. Now, what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to read through the motion that Wendy filed. So, I read through it once earlier today, doing the video for the main channel for it. Definitely have opinions on it. I didn't know this dynamic of the case from the previous two. So if you have followed this case, the Dan Markel case from like day one through all the trials, then you'll probably be like, oh yeah, this is just what she does. But to me, I'm just like, oh, please. So at the heart of it, what she's doing is basically saying, look, I am going to get up here if mom's defense team brings me on the stand, because I do not have immunity with that. I have immunity with the state. So if mom's defense gets me up there, I'm just going to be talking about I plead the fifth. So let's just go ahead and let's quash it. I don't want to do it. And I'm going to do a statement. Now, here's my thing, and I'm going to try and be like, and we're going to read through the thing, but I was kind of giving like the quick tea of it. Okay. So, two things. First of all, totally get, the judges, the jury, whatever. It's going to look really bad for any kind of defendant if somebody gets on the stand, especially with the dynamics of this. That's her mom. This is Wendy. Wendy's husband was the victim. And everything she says is, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth. I mean, come on, right? However, we know these aren't allegedly innocent people. You know what I'm saying? So to me, my thing is, if you weren't guilty, you would be happy to answer the questions. Thank you, PG King, for being a member for 12 months. I do appreciate that. So that's just my little take on it, right? Is that now again, I'm not a lawyer or any of that fancy stuff. So and I also get where it's like, for somebody like Donna or whatever, it would look really bad for her to get up there and say, I plead the fifth on all this. But the fact that she's basically like, I don't have immunity with that. I get it with the state, so no, thank you. I'm just like, oh, very telling. So, yeah, this to me is why they're just like, we want to nail her too, right? So there's that. Let me mute you, take a sip of my drink, and then we're going to read it. I mean, that was good. Please hold. Please continue to hold. Shooby-dooby-dooby. Now, it's not the full 27 pages because there's big chunks of it that are like repetitive, okay? So, here we go. Okay, so at the top, non-party Wendi Adelson's motion for permission to place a statement on the record and to quash defense subpoena. Introduction. Non-party Wendi Adelson is the daughter of defendant Donna Adelson and is expected to be one of the first witnesses called by the state in the Donna Adelson's trial. Now, just side note, can I just please say, if she's one of the first witnesses, I mean, please, right? This is literally one of the main people we want to hear from, so we're very grateful for that. Okay. Both the state and the defendant issued trial subpoenas to Wendi Adelson. By law, the state subpoena confers immunity on Wendi Adelson, but the defendant's subpoena does not. Accordingly, Wendy respectfully moves for permission to place a statement on the record regarding the state of Florida's trial subpoena. And we're going to look at the exhibits down later, and to quash the trial subpoena issued by defendant Donna Adelson. In support of this motion, Wendi Adelson states as follows. Please hold. Let's scroll down. Donna Adelson is charged by indictment with first-degree murder, alleging she participated in a conspiracy to murder Dan Markell, Wendi Adelson's ex-husband, on July 18th, 2014. Okay. 9 years ago, right? A long time ago. Other alleged members of the conspiracy were charged and convicted, including Katherine Magbanua, Second Circuit case number, listen number. And the Magbanua, I say her name different every time. I'm sorry, it just does not roll off my tongue, so I apologize. In the Magbanua trial, both the state and the defendant subpoenaed Wendy to testify. In response, Wendy filed a motion, like the instant motion, to place a statement on the record and to quash the defense subpoena on May 13th, 2022. Thus, the two trial subpoenas by each party in this case present the same issue the court dealt with a previous trial. The state subpoena affords Wendy use and derivative use immunity for her testimony in an instance where she would otherwise invoke her Fifth Amendment rights, while the defense subpoena provides no such protections. In the Magbanua trial, the court quashed the defense subpoena and granted Wendy's attorney an opportunity to place a statement on the record. And then it's going to say, see the exhibits. We request the court grant the same relief in this case. Memorandum of Law, second section, A. The court should allow Wendy's attorney to place a statement on the record regarding the state subpoena. Wendi Adelson will testify pursuant to the state subpoena, but without such a subpoena, she would invoke her rights under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution and Article 1, Section 9 of the Florida Constitution. As a result, Wendi Adelson requests that once the state calls her as a witness, her counsel should be allowed to place on the record a statement outside the presence of the jury that number one, Wendi Adelson intends to invoke her Fifth Amendment and Section 9 rights. Number two, Wendy's testimony is entitled to use and derivative use immunity pursuant to Florida statute. It lists the things. Use and derivative use immunity extends to any testimony given during Donna's cross-examination of Wendi Adelson, and it lists the stuff there. Given the state's theory of the case, there is no question that Wendi Adelson has a real and substantial interest in asserting her rights against compelled testimony. And it lists the stuff there. In these proceedings, Wendi Adelson has made a complete invocation of her rights under the U.S. and Florida constitutions. To ensure full protection of Wendi Adelson's rights, she respectfully requests the opportunity to state on the record her entitlement to these important constitutional and statutory rights. Letter B. The court should quash the defense subpoena. Although Donna Adelson will have a full and fair opportunity to cross-examine Wendi Adelson at trial, and despite knowing that she would otherwise assert her Fifth Amendment rights, Donna's counsel issued the defense subpoena. Unlike the state subpoena, the defense subpoena confers no such immunity. The self-executing feature of Section 914.04 discussed in Jenny is limited to cases where the state subpoenas a witness to testify before the state attorney, grand jury, or before a court having felony jurisdiction. It cannot be invoked by the defendant to immunize a witness. The law is well settled that the purpose of the number is to aid the state. A defendant cannot immunize a witness in order to secure the witness's compulsory testimony. Simply put, the defense has no ability to confer immunity upon a witness under Florida statute, lists the number, even where the witness is likely to provide exculpatory and reliable evidence. If called as a defense witness, Wendi would invoke her Fifth Amendment rights to every relevant defense question. Therefore, any testimony that Wendi provides beyond the matters covered under the state subpoena would result in a potential waiver of her Fifth Amendment rights, which she does not intend to do. Florida law is equally clear that it would be improper for a party to call a witness for that witness to invoke her rights before the jury. Calling a witness to invoke Fifth Amendment protections in front of the jury creates a dramatic moment, causing irreparable damage and injury in the eyes of the jury. Thus, there is no proper purpose for the defense subpoena, and it should therefore be quashed to ensure the integrity of the trial process and to protect Wendi Adelson from unnecessary harassment and abuse. Under these circumstances, the defense subpoena should therefore be quashed, holding that the trial court erroneously refused to quash the defendant's trial court subpoenas. That's what's in relation to what is set up here. For the court's convenience, we attach relevant pages from the Magbanua trial transcripts related to this matter. And then signed off there, John F. Loro, Certificate of Service, Exhibit 1. Now, this is just her witness subpoena. Now, here we have down here, dates and time you shall appear, 8/21/2025, 8:15 a.m. through September 5th, 2025. Yes, we will be at CrimeCon then, but that's okay. We'll get through it. And they just sign off there, Exhibit 2. This is just the subpoena for trial. Again, just, you're commanded to come August 19th through September 5th. Courtroom 3G. You will not need to appear every day during the trial period. The attorneys will have more information, etc., etc. Now, go down. Now, for the fun part, the transcript. Okay, so let's hold on for a second and talk about that real quick. Okay, so here's the thing. Couple of things in that. First of all, if you look at two different examples, if I was Wendi, would I want to testify without some kind of immunity? Obviously not, right? Please. So a couple of things here. And again, this is coming from just sofa speculation, as if I'm just, on the jury, whatever. Okay. Now, hold on. I'm just all tangled up here. Okay. So for number one, she's saying, oh, she doesn't want to get threatened. She doesn't want to get this. I mean, you already know, right? I mean, look at how most people feel about her. Okay. So also, if you think about it, it makes you wonder if the defense, so she's testifying for the state, right? I mean, they're trying to convict her mother. So secondly, for the defense, I mean, wouldn't it make logical sense for the defense to try and like throw Wendy under the bus? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could definitely, she would, it's almost like even if you just go down the pipeline of trying to think of the questions that would be asked, she's going to incriminate herself, right? So that's why it's like, oh no, absolutely not. I'm just going to do, you know, I'll do a statement and that's it. Because clearly, well, I shouldn't say that, you know, she's not been charged, et cetera, but I mean, you can do the math on that, right? Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Travelers says even if she pleads the fifth, it looks pretty guilty. Amen. Right. I mean, seriously. So this right here, this is what I'm talking about, where I'm like, yeah. I mean, if you didn't have anything to hide, if this was legitimate, like, no, I was, you know, doing this, drove by, oh my God, what happened? You'd be like, absolutely, let's bring justice. You know, this is all. But remember, Wendy knows how to play the game. Wendy, in my opinion, knows how to play the game way better than the rest of her family. Okay. Also, she's a lawyer, so she knows, right? I mean, this is where you're also getting into. She knows what she can and can't do. She's going to dot her I's and cross her T's. Okay. I would say she is the most calculating one of the family. Well, you could definitely say that Donna's sloppy. Like, I mean, basically it comes down to this. Who's in jail, right? You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about who's better at it? Who's in jail? Who's not? Okay. No, I think they all work together to create that. But I do believe if you wanted to talk about a true mastermind in this scenario, why I do believe that Donna pulls strings and does this and that, who's one to end up in jail? You know, that's how I'm viewing it. Who is the one not in jail? Talking about, I'm not going to testify for the defense. Okay. Hold on. She's the only one left standing. Well, the true genius of the family is the one that moved away and has nothing to do with them, right? They already knew. That's the smartest person in the family right there. We're talking about the crumbs left over that just circling the drain with each other. Okay. I mean, you can see how this little, not trio, how many would it be? It would be Wendy, Charlie, Harvey, and Donna. So 4. So 4 people, just crabs in a bucket pulling each other down, right? And Wendy was the biggest one. Wendy was actually the strongest crab. She was like hanging on the outside of the bucket, talking about, come on, and then throwing the rest of the family back down the bucket. And then she jumped over the edge after she got them all in there. She wiped her little crab leg clean and marched on her way without a second thought to it. I'm just reading your things. Yeah, the vibe that I get is what happened is basically, and I don't even know how you say this or what the proper legal term for it is. They worked everything out to where it was like, no, I didn't know about that. What are you talking about? Just like on the beach, like, well, yeah, I hung out with her on the beach, but I never texted with her, Katherine. You know what I mean? Like, how odd is that? Like, well, I saw her that one time, but no, we never did this or that, or right? They knew how to do it so that, like, blissful ignorance, that kind of a thing. There's a legal term for it. Yeah, and Harvey could have been left out of the loop to some degree because like he was making all the money, right? So that might have been just his role in being like, just keep him over there doing teeth and bringing the money in, right? We're going to do all this over here. I mean, Donna didn't even trust him to get back out of the car at the airport. You know, she was like, he's 80. He can't get back out of the car. Could someone please help him find his way out? Yeah, thank you. Mel says plausible deniability. Thank you. I mean, she didn't trust him to find the car, and he looked very well with it to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I know, right? Wendy the lawyer who Iowa says Wendy the lawyer who doesn't know what contempt of court is. Amen. Amen on that one. Okay. Now let's read through the transcripts. Now, here's the thing. In this filing, there's some like duplicates of stuff. So we're going to read through the first one. And then the second one, when we get the second one, we're just going to jump down to the bottom. Also, I will slip into different voices for people. It's just how my brain works and keeps it interesting. I also determined today when I was reading this, I like to pretend that the judge is mad at everybody, even when they're not, because for whatever reason, that's more entertaining to me. So that's kind of my spin on it, but we'll see where, you know, my ADD takes us on this one, right? It could be anywhere. Any characters could come up. Okay, let me get a sip of this. Okay. Please hold. Okay, so the court. Okay. Miss Quaz, I'm handling Mr. Lacoste, and I did not bring my documents. So I would need to return to the hotel to pick up my documents in order to properly cross-examine him. This is one of the issues we've had, Judge, with them, you know, not telling us fully who is going to be called, that whole little thing we're doing. The court. All right, now, good Lord. Now, you're either going to need to send somebody or you're going to have to, I might have to, Judge, do it during a break or whatever you need to do. On a break, if I could just, I could probably send someone. I just have to be able to have her locate all the documents. Well, it's the fourth witness. Just do what you got to do. I mean, all right. Thank you, Judge. You know, the state's not required to provide you with every bit of information. We knew that there were going to be two other witnesses testifying today. Hold on. Let me scroll down. So just make sure that you get your documents however you need to, and I'll depend on you, okay? All right. Thank you, Judge. All right. Thank you. Now, all right. Now, look, first thing that I want to address is in regards to this so-called Wendi Adelson and a non-party motion that I received. And so is Mr. Loro present anywhere in here? Mr. Loro. Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. The court. Okay, now, Mr. Laura, yeah, good morning, whatever, boy. Now, look, let's see. We don't have the podium in a good place at this point, okay? You can just step right on up to the podium. Now, yep. Now, good morning there, boy. Mr. Laura, yes, Your Honor. John Lauro here, yes, and with me is Miss Adelson. Your Honor, as we know, Miss Adelson has been subpoenaed by the state as well as the defense, and well, she is without a state subpoena, would unequivocally invoke her for Fifth Amendment rights. We want to make clear for the record, in light of Your Honor's prior rulings and directions, we wanted to put that on the record too. However, with respect to the state subpoena, it automatically confers use and derivative use immunity on her pursuant to Florida Statute 914.04. That use and immunity, use and derivative use immunity, would only apply to a state subpoena, not to the defense subpoena. So in light of that, we would ask respectfully, of course, that the court quash the defendant's subpoena, since there's no purpose and, frankly, no appropriate purpose in calling a witness simply to invoke in front of the jury. The court. Now, let me ask you this, boy, Mr. Laura, whatever you're going by today now. Any questions that are given to this so-called Miss Adelson during if she was called with the defense case, so to speak, is she going to assert her Fifth Amendment rights to any question that's asked at that time? Mr. Lauro, yes, Your Honor. I'm assuming any question would have to be relevant and germane to the matters in this case, and as a result, she would invoke as to those questions. The court. All right, good Lord now. And so I'm just going to assert my previous ruling that I made, okay? And I did restate it on the record yesterday, okay? I'm just saying, is that she'll be required to testify under the state subpoena. Now, the cross-examination will be limited to whatever the state brings forth on direct. So that's what the cross-examination scope will be limited to. Now, there's no piggybacking. We ain't doing none of that up in this courtroom. Okay. There ain't no bringing in any other information just because she's under some state subpoena. Okay. That's not going to be permissible You hear me, boy? Now, let's keep going now. And then she's not going to be permitted to be called as a witness now that we know that she's just going to assert her Fifth Amendment rights. She won't be called as no witness in the defense case at this time. Mr. Lauro. Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly our understanding of the law. The court. All right, now, okay, now. Look, is there anything else for the court? No, sir. Okay, now look, I'm going to ask that Miss Adelson, look, please remain outside the courtroom, okay? Because she's subject to the rule now. Yes, Your Honor. All right, now, thank you, Miss Quash. And Your Honor, did you want, or are you going to allow defense any argument in addition to what we put in our motions in Lamine? Because our position is right now that what is happening in our cross-examination ability, which was precisely in this case of Katherine Magbanua versus the state of Florida, that was issued by the first DCA on this direct issue, warned about this exact thing happening, which is that, and the court even stated it would be reversible error for our cross-examination to be limited because the state can tailor their direct examination to prohibit us from going into areas that could potentially be relevant. The court. All right. You know what? Thank you, Miss Quash. Okay. We've gone through these arguments before. I think you'd made a record prior. And you know what? I appreciate that. You further made your record. And so, you know what? Guess what? Well, my ruling stands. Miss Quash, I appreciate that. Thank you, Judge. The court. All right. You know what? Thank you. Okay. Let's go. All right. Now, look. And first witness will be Marcia Rodriguez. Okay, all right. Now look. So anything else from the state before we bring the jury in? Miss Capelman, Miss Dugman, is this your witness? Miss Duggan. No, sir. This is Miss Capelman's. But I did want to follow up with the court with an issue that came up yesterday regarding whether portions of the defendant's testimony might be brought. I did my own research myself on that. And yes, sir. And well, I brought some case law for the court. I've provided it to the defense, and I can give the court a 2-minute summary of this in an argument, or, we can do that at a later time. We don't expect to try to elicit anything or play anything right now. Okay, now look, if it becomes an issue again that's objected to, okay, like if that guy over there starts objecting, okay, I'll hear the argument at that time, right? Okay, I did do some research, like I said a minute ago, on my own in regards to the admissibility of her trial testimony from the earlier trial, okay? And so based on how it's presented, or if there are any other issues connected with that, okay, then when it's presented as a particular issue, I'll make my ruling at that time. You got it? Yes, sir. Okay. So please hold. I need to get a sip before I get the next one. Hold on. Okay. Let's keep going. Now, the next one I'm going to skip down because there's like a repeat of stuff. So we're just going to jump down. But just also know that it's state versus, Katherine. All right, where do you need to money? Okay, we did this. So we're going back. Okay, here we go. So now this is the former one. So look at the time here, our date. I'm sorry, September 27th, 2019. This is state versus Sigfredo Garcia and Katherine Magbanua. Remember, Katherine ended up getting a retrial at some point, whatever. Okay, so. Okay, here we go. So the court. No, Adelson's. Miss Capelman. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the court. So look, we need to have some discussion about immunity. Okay, is she here? Okay, let's have the witness actually maybe get on the stand. Okay, hold on. Mr. DeCoste. Your Honor, should I call off my reporter? I'd like to mitigate cost and... I don't think we'll be. Wait a little longer, boy. Good Lord Almighty, always pressuring me. This is my court, boy. Okay, I don't think we'll be able to complete the depositions today, and then because we're gonna lose the reporter at about 6 o'clock. Come on up, ma'am. Good Lord, hurry! You hear him? He's about to die over here now. Come on now, place her under oath. Good Lord, come on now, please. We're upon all that mess now. Then it just states that Wendy was called up there, as witness. The court. And can I get your name for the record, please? Okay. Mr. Loro. Yes, Your Honor. It's well, go on, boy. Go up to the podium. Good Lord, ain't like I can hear you over there. Go on now. I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Your Honor. It's John Loro. Lauro as in ostrich. And I'm counsel for Miss Adelson. The court. All right. Okay, cool. That's all great now. Now look, it's my understanding, okay, that the state is requesting the court to compel Miss Adelson's testimony. Okay, is that correct, Miss Cableman? Yes, Your Honor. The court. It will, based upon that, Miss Adelson, testimony you provide and anything derived from this testimony, look, it can't be used against you, okay? But you will be required, okay, to answer all relevant questions. Do you understand that? Yes, Your Honor. All right. Now, anything else you want to make of record, Mr. Loro? No, Your Honor. Thank you. The court. All right. Now, anything else? Anything? No, sir. All right. Now, come on. Let's get the jury on in here. Your Honor, can we get an estimate so I can tell the reporter? Lord, boy, I think she said about 45 minutes. Good Lord. Mr. DeCosta. Would we then break after theirs and reserve the cross for Tuesday? No, we're going to finish today with this witness. Are you crazy, boy? I understand. I don't believe that we're going to be able to do the deposition today. That's it. That's all. Yeah, I don't need to find y'all. Okay, there you are. Okay. So, yeah. So, as you can see, there was both of the, what do you call it? Both the trials she was able to do that. I'm sure they'll probably do it in here just for the simple fact that it's going to look super bad if she gets up there and pleads the fifth. However, I literally would love for the judge to be like, no, get up there. You want to plead the fifth? Go on, girl. Get up there and do it. It's fine. Do it all day long, right? I would love for the judge to do that. They want to. But then 100%, she would come back and be like, oh, I didn't get a fair trial. I didn't do these, and whatever. But on my petty level, I would love for them to be like, oh, yeah, no, you got to get there and plead the fifth. You want to plead the fifth? Plead the fifth, right? Hold on. Okay, y'all. So here's the thing. I can't believe. So let's just kind of talk about it for a minute. So first of all, yeah, obviously it's just more and more evidence of how is she going to get away with this, right? Okay. Secondly, y'all, she's one of the first witnesses on that stand. I think that this is going to be, when I say the sleeper trial, we all knew this was coming, but this is going to be the next absolutely kind of bonkers trial, because you saw, if you were watching or if you've seen it in the past, or you watch her live chat the other night, watching Wendy testify in the other trials. And now that we know she's going to get them there and doing that, we'll do another live chat before trial starts, looking at some of her past testimony, like a different case or whatever. We'll do another one, so you get an idea of what it's going to be like. And you better mark my words. I can assure you, little Miss Wendy is doing her homework right now. She is combing over everything, right? Combing over everything. She's doing her homework. When we were watching the other day and they bring up this stuff to her, like that big book, and they'd be like, well, yeah, make yourself familiar. And she'd be like, okay. Do you want me to just look at the page? She'd be acting like she didn't have it memorized, right? 100%. She already knew what every last page in that thesaurus was, plays. So, yeah. So I was very much like, oh, because I didn't know about this, that she had done this in the other trials. So again, can't believe she hasn't been charged with something. But I mean, I guess to me, it's going to go two ways. And again, this is from an uncredentialed opinion here. I think either they just simply don't have the evidence to get her and they can't get anybody to flip on her, or they're waiting for the trial to be over to see if they can get anything at that point. But clearly, I just feel like, I don't know, see, who knows how they form the case behind the scenes. It's almost like the state's going to go after who they know they have the evidence to get. And so there's not enough evidence to sit there and get a clear-cut conviction, and they're hoping that people will flip on her, right? And clearly nobody did, right? So I don't know. I'll be very curious. But part of me just feels like if they were going to have charged her, they already would. Because I guess also, if she's testifying for the state, we're just going to have to see what she says. I just think it's going to be more of the same, where she's just going to dodge those bullets, and skirt around it. And she's already dodging the bullet. I mean, potentially of, well, I'm not going to get any, I'm not going to do anything that's going to incriminate myself up there without immunity. Oh, that's a good one, Jenny. Hold on. Let me make a poll real quick in the other room. You know what I'm saying? In the other screen. Let me type this in. I do the Wendy face. But I wanted to do a poll. Hold on now. Good Lord. Start a poll. Okay, there we go. Go on now. I'm going to do mine. Okay, I'm going to say yeah. Where'd it go? Oh, I can't do it. Good Lord. That's not fun. Okay, there it goes. I get Tori says one little acting note: when reading Wendy's part, you must raise your eyebrows as high as they possibly would go until. I need to find the breathless. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to find this picture over here. Patsy. Let me see if I can find a picture. I've got to find a picture. Where'd she go? Let me find it. Okay, let me get a little more specific. I mean, this is about as close as you. Hold on. Let me find this. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Hold on. Let me find it for you. It's gonna come up. I just know it is. Okay, hold on. This is right here, y'all. Let me find it. Where y'all at? Hold on. Here it goes. Okay, where's my share screen? Please hold. This is her. That's her right there. Okay, 100%. That look right in the moment there. That's her stuck that way. Oh, I know, right, Jess? Imagine her at HOA. Can you imagine? That was Wendy before she went to court. That was her last look in the mirror. If y'all have never watched Absolutely Fabulous, y'all go just the very beginning of them and start. Okay, from the very beginning. You're going to need to rewind it all the way back. Yeah, that nurse was in like several episodes. She was so funny. So funny. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there's little Miss Wendy. So there you go. Yeah. So again, TV shows for everybody to be watching. Absolutely Fabulous. So these are the TV shows that outline. Absolutely Fabulous is just a fun thing to watch or whatever. But what is that other show I keep telling y'all to watch that is Arrested Development? Arrested Development is the Adelsons. 100%. And then Patsy in some scenes is Wendy. I don't remember who said it, but somebody had said, like, I wonder if she got a bunch of Botox before the thing to help with like emotion and stuff like that. Literally, that's how she thinks 10 steps ahead, right? If I was her, I probably would have done the same thing. If I was like, look, I'm gonna roll up in here and barely even be able to like make any kind of look. Like, she just had that look plastered on her face. Wait, thank you, Peachy Keen, for streaming charges to watch. Adpack goes to New York. Oh God, I know, right? The movie was good too. Schitt's Creek is so good too. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I might restart that one. I can't pull a binge on Arrested Development because I semi like it's too fresh and it's too similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're kind of living in the real Arrested Development right now. But if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to watch it because you'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, absolutely, this is her. Yeah, what we're gonna do. So let me go over a little bit of homework, and we're gonna kind of have like an earlier. We're gonna knock off a little bit early because I got some little dinner plans coming up here. It's Friday evening, but this is what we're gonna be doing. Parks and Recreation is so good too, Tori. Oh my gosh. Sunday at 1:00, Dr. Barry is coming on. We're gonna watch together Aaron Patterson's arrest video, or I'm sorry, her interview again, and ask Dr. Barry some specific questions about it. Tuesday evening, Kathy and I are going to collab and we're going to just kind of dish on Donna Adelson and just talk about what's coming up, all that fun stuff, whatever. Okay. And that's kind of it. Then I think I got to look on the 24th, Murder Nerd, who's in here a lot and hangs out. She lives very close. I can't remember exactly where, if it's in the town or whatever, where Devil's Den situation just took place. And she's going to come on and just kind of talk to me about the area, about the park, about the vibe, right? But that's going to be like a little bit out. And then obviously we'll be streaming the trial. If they're doing something that's like in effect of, we're not going to stream jury selection, but we'll do updates, that type thing. We'll either like we'll see how it goes, but we'll do some kind of live chat to talk about it, read through it, whatever. I mean, unless something crazy happens, which it could, the trial is going to, jury selections on the 19th, right? It will go into CrimeCon, but that's okay. We'll figure that out too. So yeah. You got flagged for the Blue Man comment. I don't even know. I didn't see it. Well, I'm StreamYards. I can't see it. One thing that happens too, because so I'm typing from StreamYards. StreamYards will take my comment away before it will on YouTube, right? It's just weird how it does that. Okay, so that being said, thank you, mods, for hanging out with me. Thank you for going through this motion with me, everybody. Thank you, Tori, again, for helping me get my microphone situated. I do love y'all. I do appreciate you. And let me see my little star things over here. Peachy Keen's been a member for 12 months, and I do appreciate you. And Peachy Keen also did a $5 super chat, and I do appreciate you for that. And I appreciate you all, Silva Squad, for going through the motion of the Donna Adelson drama. Okay. So, but that's it. We'll close out with Slow Morrison's Ode to the Sofa. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning on the main channel. I love y'all. I will see y'all then. Y'all have a good Friday.
The pillows are fluffed thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough. Join the family. It's all love while we laugh at first criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Ooh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sip it from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the sofa squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the sofa squad. Sip it from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the sofa squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.